Good morning, children. Now we are still in the Court of Justice and I'll continue from where we stopped. It is on page 166, line 130. I'll just do a few lines before this. Now Shylock is getting ready to cut the pound of flesh and he is sharpening his knife on the sole of his shoe. And Gratiano tells him, you can sharpen it on your soul, S-O-U-L, because your soul, your heart is so hard-hearted. It is just like flint. It is as hard as stone. And no knife can be as sharp as your envy, jealousy, hatred. It is sharper than any knife. The feelings of his heart, the hatred, anger, jealousy in his heart is so sharp. So he can sharpen his knife on his soul. Page 166. Can no prayers pierce thee? And Shylock says, no, none that thou hast wit enough to make. I will not be influenced by any of the requests, any of the prayers which you can make in order to save Antonio. Then Gratiano gets angry and he says, oh, be thou damned, inexorable dog. That is, Shylock is so wicked that he cannot be cursed enough. A person, when we curse a person, we are sending him to hell. We are damning that person. Oh, be thou damned, inexorable dog, and for thy life let justice be accused. If such a cruel person like Shylock is allowed to live, then the very justice system is at fault. He is so eager to take the life of somebody else, to kill somebody else. So, for thy life, let justice be accused. For thy life means if Shylock is allowed to live, the justice system should be at fault, should be accused. Thou almost makest me waver in my faith. My faith is the Christian belief that people, when they die, their souls go up to God for judgment. Pythagoras was a Greek mathematician. He was also a philosopher. He believed in the transmigration of souls, which means that when animals die, the souls of animals will infuse themselves into the bodies of men. So you are almost making me change my Christian faith to hold opinion, to agree with the opinion of Pythagoras, that souls of animals infuse themselves into the trunks of men. Trunk means body. Souls is of animals. Infuse themselves means get into. Thy currish spirit, thy wicked nature, thy wicked attitude, governed a wolf who hanged for human slaughter, even from the gallows did his fell soul flee. Now, Shylock's soul was formerly in the body of a wolf, and this wolf was hanged because it destroyed human beings. Human slaughter means killing a large number of human beings, and this wolf was hanged. Even from the gallows did his fell soul flee. Gallows is the hanging equipment. When this wolf was hanged for human slaughter, his fell soul, his wicked soul, quickly entered into the body of Shylock. And at that time, Shylock was just waiting to be born. He was in his mother's womb, he was waiting to be born. And whilst thou layest in thy unhallowed dam, unhallowed means unholy. Here it is mother, dam is mother. It's not a dignified or polite word. And whilst thou layest in thy unhallowed dam, infused itself in thee, got into the body of Shylock, the soul of the wolf. For thy desires are wolfish, bloody, starved and ravenous. Because Shylock is so wicked, so cruel, so eager to shed blood. Shylock, till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond, thou but offendest thy lungs to speak so loud. Repair thy wit, good youth, for it will fall to cureless ruin. Shylock says, I will not be influenced by your anger, by any words which you speak. by your insulting words, I will not be influenced. But if your words, the abusive, insulting words which you speak, can remove the seal from the bond, then I will change. Now it is not possible for words to remove the seal. Till thou canst rail the seal of my bond. You can go on shouting. Rail means getting angry, using strong, violent words. And these words should be so strong, so loud, that it should be able to destroy the seal from the bond. The bond is the bond which Antonio had signed for 3,000 ducats to be repaid in 3 months. Thou but affordest thy lungs to speak so loud. You are destroying your lungs by speaking so loud. You are doing harm to your lungs by talking so loudly. Repair thy wit means be sensible, good youth, or it will fall to cureless ruin. Your lungs will be destroyed, so be sensible and don't shout and get angry so much. I stand here for the law. I want my legal rights to be fulfilled. Duke, this letter from Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Where is he? This letter is from Bellario, a learned doctor, and he is sending somebody else. This letter from Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor. He is recommending another lawyer to solve the case of Antonio. Where is he? He attendeth here hard by. He is waiting outside the court to know your answer, to know whether the Duke will welcome him into the court, whether you will admit him. With all my heart. Now the Duke has failed in all his attempts to change the heart of Shylock, to change the demands of Shylock for the pound of flesh. So he very willingly admits the messenger who has come on behalf of the lawyer. Some 3 or 4 of you go give him courteous conduct. 3 or 4 of the other lawyers should go, and courteous conduct should welcome him into the court, to this place. Meantime, the court shall read Bellario's letter. Bellario is the lawyer. He is a friend of the Duke, and he has sent a letter. Reads. This is reading from the letter given by the clerk. Reads. Your Grace shall understand that at the receipt of your letter, the Duke had sent a letter asking him to come and plead the case of Antonio, tried to save Antonio. I am very sick. Bellario was sick, he was not able to come. But in that instant, at that moment when the Duke's letter came to him, that your messenger came in loving visitation, on a very friendly visit, was with me, a young doctor of Rome, a lawyer of Rome. When the Duke's letter reached Bellario's hand, he was talking to a young doctor of Rome, that is a young lawyer, who was visiting Bellario. His name is Balthazar. Now there is another Balthazar, and that is a servant of Portia. I acquainted him with a cause in controversy. I described to him the case between Antonio and Shylock. Cause and controversy means the problem. The accusations, in controversy between the Jew and Antonio the merchant. We turned over many books. Both Balthazar and Bellario discussed this case of Antonio and Shylock, referring to many law books. He is furnished with my opinion. Balthazar already knows my opinion, my decision on this case. Bettered with his own learning. Not only that, Balthazar himself is a very learned lawyer, very efficient lawyer. Bettered with his own learning, the greatness whereof I cannot enough comment. He is so well versed in law, Balthazar, that it is not possible for me to describe how good he is. He is such a good lawyer. Whereof I cannot enough comment, comes with him at my importunity. Importunity means my inability to come to Venice in order to save Antonio. So I am sending Balthasar. And he is a young lawyer. He is very well versed in law. He is furnished with Bellario's opinion. They have discussed the case together. I beseech you, let his lack of years be no impediment to let him have a reverend estimation. He looks very young, he is very young, but that should not be a barrier to admit him into the court and to give him respect and honor. I beseech you, I request you, let his lack of years means he is so young. Be no impediment, should not be an obstruction or obstacle to let him lack a reverend estimation. You can welcome him with respect and reverence into the court. For I never knew so young a body with so old a head. He is so young, but still he is very experienced, very wise, and he will be able to solve the problem. I leave him to your gracious acceptance. I hope you will welcome him and accept him, whose trial shall better publish his commendation. The way he will deal with this case in the court will prove all the praises that I have said about him, will prove how good a lawyer he is, how wise and efficient this Balthasar is. Duke, you hear the learned Bellario what he writes. The letter is read in the court and the Duke is telling the other lawyers. And here I take it is the doctor come. Balthasar has come. Enter Portia dressed like a doctor of law. The messenger was Nerissa, the lawyer is Portia, dressed in the guise of a lawyer. Give me your hand. Come you from old Bellario. Has Bellario sent you here? I did, my lord. You are welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the difference that holds this present question in the court? You are welcome. Take your place. Are you aware of the nature of this quarrel? Do you know about this controversy, this conflict, this dispute between Shylock and Antonio that holds the present question in the court? And it is for this reason that the court has been opened today, that the court is functioning, because of the conflict between Shylock and Antonio. I am informed thoroughly of the cause. I know every detail of this case. Cause is the case. Which is the merchant here and which the Jew? So Portia has not seen Antonio, so she has not seen Shylock also, so she wants to make sure which is the merchant, which is Antonio, and which is the Jew, that is Shylock. Antonio and old Shylock both stand forth. They are asked to come in front and to present themselves before Balthasar. Portia, is your name Shylock? Shylock is my name. Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. The case which you have brought into this court is very strange. Yet, in such a rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you. Your case is very strange, but the Venetian law cannot find any fault in your demands. The Venetian law cannot prevent you from proceeding with the legal legally, the Venetian law cannot prevent you from proceeding in this case. She is telling Shylock, your demand from your demands. Yet in such a rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you means cannot find any fault with you if you insist on your demands. As you do proceed to Antonio, you stand within his danger, do you not? That is, you are in danger because Shylock is insisting on your pound of flesh. So he says. Shylock says. Shylock demands the pound of flesh. Do you confess the bond? Have you signed this bond? I do. Then must the Jew be merciful. Here you have Portia's famous speech on mercy. You can even learn it by heart. It's such a good speech. So Portia is requesting Shylock to be merciful. On what compulsion must I tell me that? Why am I forced? Compulsion is from the word compel. So, why do you ask me? Why do you force me to show mercy? Then you have Portia's speech on mercy. The quality of mercy is not strained. You cannot force anybody to show mercy or to accept mercy. Strained means forced. Mercy, compassion for others, sympathy for others should come from the heart. Nobody can force you to show compassion to other people, to show mercy to others. The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. It is here Portia compares the quality of mercy to rain upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. The quality of mercy is twice blessed, means it blesses the one who shows mercy and it also blesses the one who accepts that mercy. It is like the rain which falls on everyone. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. The person who shows mercy and the one who accepts mercy. It is mightiest in the mightiest. In this passage, the most important person, the person with a lot of power, is the king. And the king has power, the king has authority. But if along with that power and authority, the king shows mercy, his power becomes greater. It is mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. The quality of mercy in a king is much more acceptable, much better than the crown, which is the external, which shows his earthly power. The throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power. Temporal power means earthly power, the power and authority of the king. That is why he holds the scepter and the crown. Only the king wears the crown and holds the scepter in his hand. Scepter is a kind of rod which only the king can hold and which is a symbol of his earthly power and authority. But Portia says the quality of mercy in a king is much greater, much better than this earthly power. Temporal power is earthly power. His scepter shows the force of temporal power. His scepter is a symbol of his power, of the power and authority of a king, which is earthly. The attribute to awe and majesty. Because he is a king, he holds a scepter, he wears a crown on his head, and people respect him for that. The attribute to awe and majesty. People respect him and honor him. Wherein doth set the dread and fear of kings. People respect the king, and if the king is against them, they stand in fear of the king. Dread and fear means they are afraid if the king turns against them. But mercy is above the sceptered sway. Mercy is something higher, something greater than the earthly rule of the king, which is symbolized in the scepter. Sway is rule or power. And what is above that? Mercy. But mercy is above this sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. Mercy is found in the heart of a king. It is an attribute to God himself. It is a quality which belongs to God. God is compassionate towards us. God shows mercy towards us. An earthly power doth then show like as God's when mercy seasons justice. Earthly power, the power of the king, will be almost like the power of God if along with his authority as a king, he will also show mercy. Because mercy is a quality which belongs to God. An earthly power doth then show like as God's when mercy seasons justice. Along with mercy, there is also justice. Justice is tempered with mercy. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see mercy. That in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. If God is only a just God. If God is not merciful, then He will not forgive our sins, and we will all be eligible to fall into hell. So, none of us should see salvation. Therefore, do thou justice be thy plea. You demand justice, but consider this, that in the course of justice means if God also says that He will show only justice, we will not see salvation.